I know that it is the middle of winter while we record this, thus we're bundled up, but pretty soon spring is going to be in the air and road trips. And I have learned that one of the best ways to eat up some time on a road trip is by listening to a book. Tegan Davis here with Eagle Public Library has more. This is a really cool service. I think of the library, I think of checking them out. You guys actually, I could take the book with me in my car.
You can, and you don't have to, if you don't have a CD player anymore in your car, you can also, you can download it onto your device and play it that way. So we do have
How does it work here?
All right, so we have, obviously we have the physical copies, so you can check out a book, you can check out audiobooks. I always recommend checking out multiple audiobooks just in case you don't like the reader or you don't like the story. You can switch it up, especially if you're on a long road trip.
So you just you can just download it to your device, stream it to your phone. For your phone I'd have to get my kids to help me out on some of the technology on this, but is it pretty easy to do?
It's pretty easy, and if you get stuck, come on in and we'll help you out. So bring your device and we're happy to help.
This is a really great option because, I mean, buying books can get expensive. I know that you can come in here and get books with your library card, but sometimes you might come in and there's not enough copies. This way you could just download it and take it with you.
Yes, so so you can download our ebooks or our audiobooks, and we just received a grant from the American Rescue Plan Act. And so what we're using that grant funding for is to beef up our ebook and e-audio collection. So we heard from our patrons, and they want a more broad ebook and audio book selection, as well as more bestsellers. So we're using this funding to kind of help those who are still staying home or are streaming to help bridge that digital divide in the COVID pandemic. And
to my understanding, there's been a dramatic increase in the use of the library since the pandemic has hit. Tell us about that.
So we saw a 25 increase on ebooks and e-audiobooks alone. So we went from about 30K checkouts to 50. So everyone was kind of hopping on and using our services in their own home.
That is just a huge amount, and it continues. I think that, you know, we've seen a deviation in society. We were all kind of going like this, and then all of a sudden this dramatic turn, and you guys are staying kind of ahead of the curve and forecasting what's going to happen. And being prepared for that. What are the most popular services that you find here?
I think it just kind of, it just depends on your flavor. So, I mean, we have people who are ebook, e-audiobook all the time. They don't want a hardcover ever again. And then we have people who miss the hardcovers. They miss the pages, and they really want to have that physical copy. So they want to sit out in the park with a physical copy and not worry about the glare, or you know, their home devices have changed, and so in order for them to still connect with the library, they do need to download, and they do need to use some of our more online services.
It is also that time of year that it's nice to sit by the fire with an actual book. But my question is, are Kindles considered old school now?
No. You can still use your Kindle Fire, or you can use a paperweight, and you can still get books from the library using your Kindle.
Does anybody show up and surprise you with technology that you've never heard of?
Yes, actually,
really?
Yeah. And they bring it in and they're like, help, and we're like, okay. And so we learn with them, and it's really fun. I learn something new every day. I love it.
I've also noticed everybody here at the library is so nice.
Yes. Shush is a 4-letter word. So we do have our quiet zones, we have our Zen zones, but we also have more active zones, because we know, like, kids are going to be kids, teens are going to be teens. So we give them that space to do that.
The Zen zone, I love it. To learn more, to go on the website and to download these, how do I do that?
evld.org, and if you have any questions or you need help on your device, just give us a holler.